Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to Young Family in Your YouTube channel. Today is August 10th, 2025. In today's video, I'd like to share with you some problems with my fruit trees I planted in our front yard. Stay tuned. In my front yard, I totally planted 3 fruit trees. This one is apple tree. The tree over there is clementine mandarin tree. The third one over there is loquat tree. I planted all these fruit trees in the past 1 or 2 years. Compared with loquat tree, this apple tree and that clementine mandarin tree has more serious problem. Actually, to be honest, all these fruit trees, I think they have a similar problem because they have a very stunted growth. They don't grow very vigorously. I have no idea what's going on with all these fruit trees. Actually, there's a lot of reasons can affect the fruit tree growth. So I thought it might be the sunlight. You can see right here, these 2 trees totally in the shade. Even right now, it's noontime. And I thought it might be the soil type and maybe watering or just the fertilizers. But anyway, there's one important factor I might overlook for all these 3 fruit trees. So in today's video, I'm not going to mention you what kind of reason I might overlook for all these fruit trees. So I just want to introduce all these 3 fruit trees one by one. If you found something wrong with all these fruit trees, leave comments down below. Okay, so first let's take a look at this apple tree. So basically, before I planted this apple tree last year in September, this apple tree I grow in a bigger container. It gave very vigorous growth. So after I transplanted this apple tree into the ground last year, early this year, springtime, this apple tree produced a lot of flowers and also beared some fruits. But unfortunately, generally speaking, for this apple tree, this is a 4-in-1 multi-gravity apple tree, does not produce a lot of new shoots, new leaves. You can take a look at this apple tree. This year did not give any new shoots. All the leaves kind of like it's not wilted, not very healthy, not thrive. So I have no idea what's the reason. I had thought it might be the soil, the sunlight, fertilizers. But actually, there's one reason I might overlook for this apple tree. So this is the kind of the current situation for this apple tree. Did not produce a lot of new leaves, new shoots. What's the problem? Okay, let's take a look at this citrus tree. It is called the clementine mandarin citrus tree. So before I planted this citrus tree, last year in January, this tree was originally planted in a bigger container. It is doing fantastic, produce a lot of fruits. So actually, last year in springtime, this tree, when I planted it into the ground, it still loaded a lot of fruits. But last year in springtime, this tree was infected with aphids. So that time, this tree was not very healthy. I had thought this tree was infected with Huanglongbing. But later, I already confirmed from the official department in California. They said this tree is totally fine, not infected with Huanglongbing. So right now, if you take a look at this tree, kind of all the leaves is green, right? It's pretty healthy. But actually this year, early this year, it produced some flowers. But right now, I cannot see any fruits loaded on this tree. If you take a look at the leaf, very narrow, very small. So actually, to be honest, the leaf size, like this one, you can see the leaves very small, narrow. I have no idea what's going on with this tree. So let's take a look at what's the problem. So sometimes you can see some dead, small branches. Here, you can see some dead small branches. All the leaves very small and like a little bit of cup, maybe not dehydrated. I have no idea. The leaf very small, cupped, and take a look at the trunk right here. Okay, last let's take a look at this loquat tree. So basically, I planted this loquat tree into the. Actually, this is not our front yard, to be honest. It's in a city, just next to the curb side. So 2 years ago, I planted this loquat tree from a container into the ground. So 2023 to 2024, this loquat tree did not produce any fruits. But last year, this loquat tree produced a lot of fruits. So this year, springtime, I grafted. I tried to modify this loquat tree. You can see right here. I grafted a lot of branches on this loquat tree. So basically, I just use this loquat tree as a root stock. So try to graft improve, the loquat, the variety and the quality. So that's why I grafted a lot of branches. Even though right now, if you take a look at it, kind of, they are fine. But kind of, I feel this tree does not, grow vigorously. You see the leaves, the graft even survived, but kind of like grow very slowly. You see here, this leaf might be a little bit bigger, but some leaves very small. I have no idea. Maybe related with grafting. But anyway, generally speaking, I'm not satisfied with current status. So that's why at the beginning I told you, compared with two other trees, this tree might be a little bit normal. Maybe I worry too much. But anyway, if you take a look at this tree, actually there's something wrong. I think so. It's the same issue as two other fruit trees. So guys, I just want to mention you, there's one important thing you might overlook is if you find your fruit tree, did not grow vigorously, it's kind of hardly grow, and something similar to my, fruit tree, you might think about that one. So guys, if you have any ideas, leave comments down below. Thanks for watching. See you next time.